Some places in the world are so different from our own hometown that it becomes difficult for us to believe they even exist. And the treacherous lives of the people that live there are unimaginable to us. But even in this unknown world, there are winners and losers, rich and poor, the lost and the found. The majority of people refer to Africa as one place, a single country, when in fact it's the second largest continent on Earth and has well over 1 billion people living on it. Malawi is one of the smaller, unknown countries. Despite being roughly the size of the state of Tennessee, it has almost 20 million citizens, and the country faces numerous challenges. Almost the entire country lives on less than $1 a day. During the long, dry season, many people don't have enough food to eat or clean water to drink. 1 out of every 10 people have AIDS, and 1 out of every 5 kids grows up without a parent. Nevertheless, many people of this impoverished nation have hope. Out of the 54 countries on the continent, Malawi was nicknamed the warm heart of Africa. Over these next few moments, come on the journey of discovering how the least of these find hope at the ends of the earth.
My name is Lesson Pace. I'm 16 years old. Yeah, I live here in Deta with my grandmother. When I was little, I decided to sleep between a ridge and ridge. There was a ridge and a ridge, so I decided to sleep there. But I heard the dogs were hooing, and then I was thinking, maybe it can be a hyena. I was scared, and I went in the kitchen. I saw a sack, and I covered myself with a sack. I spent my time there. And one day I was looking for food in the street, like asking for people. And then someone saw me and he said, "What is your name?" And I told him my name and I told him, "Whom am I?" And he said, "Okay, come with me." And I followed him to his house. And then I asked him to live there. And he said, "It's okay. You can live with us here." At that time, I was thinking that maybe someone would just pick me from here. When I was staying with my grandmother, I was thinking that maybe someone would pick me from here. And I was trying to work hard at my grandmother so that maybe she would tell someone that this one, he's a good boy. He's a good worker. Sometimes I do feel like I'm alone. I do feel like, nobody wants me. Someone was telling me, my cousin. I was regarding him as my cousin. And he told me that we have somewhere where they keep orphans. Please, can you just ask for a place there? And at the first time, I was like, I don't want to go anywhere. I'll be still staying here in this way, although I'm starving. And then I think it was Jesus who spoke to me. I thought like, let me just try. Maybe they will allow me. And then I came here. I was escorted by someone here. I came here to Jerry's house and I asked her. And she said, I'm I was welcomed to go to the lighthouse. And then I started going to the lighthouse. And the lighthouse have changed my life. There is a big difference because before I went there, I was like starving all the time. And the more important thing is that before I went to the lighthouse, I was not familiar with the Jesus Christ. And after I went there, I realized that Jesus is indeed my Savior. And I received him to be my Savior. And I was doing all the things I was supposed to do, like involved in Bible studies, reading Bible, praying each and every day, going to school. I'd wake up maybe something past 3. And when I have a flashlight, I do getting study before starting working, like cleaning the house, going to fetch water, mopping. I do have a study at the first, and then I pray to God that thank you for this day. And after that, I get bath to go to school. A couple weeks ago, we were doing Bible study. Yeah, I was like speaking, and someone was translating, and they were all listening. They were paying attention for what we were talking. Yeah, and we were teaching them about the glory of God. I mean, a gospel. Yeah, it was nice. I can tell because they were all happy. They were like, today, please do it again. I was feeling like, let me just do this for spending a time. But it was more important because God was speaking through that. My goal is that I want to be a doctor. That's why I'm fighting to be a number one, so that I should be like a leader for them. Not I, but Jesus is the one who will be leading. After school, I went to the lighthouse where I do have a Bible study, a food, and I do encouraged by some other children there. They do encourage me like, don't worry, you are with us and God is with you. Well, before I went to the lighthouse, there were many things that gives me like a tough time. I was thinking like, how can I do to have these things? For example, clothes. And I was not able to go to school. I went to the lighthouse. I felt like I have been providing, and someone is indeed my provider. I was thinking that, I received Jesus, as I said, as my Savior. I can say I was 0% about my spiritual life. But when I went to the lighthouse, we do have Bible studies. Yeah, so those things changed my life a lot. I like a verse from the Bible. It says, don't worry about anything, but pray for everything. And ask God for what you need. And make sure you thank Him for what you have given. This verse encouraged me a lot. Because sometimes I may think like, I'm not enough. But for what I have, I might thank God. And for what I have, I might go and preach and make disciples for what God has provided to me.